And it's that time of year again. They made more Destiny.
Hell yeah.
I think you can pretty much set your watch by the annual. Actually, no, because they pushed this one back.
Yeah.
Typically, it's been like kind of early first half of September. I think every year.
Really?
Every year? Destiny came out 5 years ago.
Destiny 1.
Taken King.
Yeah.
Rise of Iron. Mm-hmm. Destiny 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
I remember that one.
yes. Every year at this time, there has been a Destiny expansion.
Wow, that's
since the a of the original game.
a lot of Destiny.
Yeah, and here's this one. And you might note references to the escape and enter keys. Check it out, man. We're on Steam now.
Ooh, I hear those keys.
I mean, plenty of people rightfully are going to be like, bro, Destiny 2 came out on PC like 2 years ago. And I get it.
Oh, yeah. We were fools.
It's been on BattleNet. And I had some vague notion of what I was missing, but holy crap.
Yeah.
I think pretty much this whole office has switched to PC as of this. And holy crap.
I was pretty convinced that I was going to stay on PS4 just because like I could sit on my couch, you know, and like I play Destiny, but I'm not super hardcore about it, but I happened to stumble onto the PC release, and boy howdy did I just instantly go, oh, this is so much better.
Yeah.
This is so much better.
I don't think I got to the end of the first mission in this new expansion before I went, I'm never going back to console. And to be fair, the crossplay, or cross-save, I guess I should call it, because you can't play multiple platforms together.
Okay.
To be clear.
Right.
But they have made it, you know, with this release, this is the first time you've been able to port your characters over from whatever platform you started on.
Basically, you just have to choose your platform. You have to figure out where all your friends are going and go there. And everyone can do it once for free.
Decide which characters you want and say, hey, these are my characters.
Yeah, right. You can do it on a per character basis. That's kind of cool.
So yeah, these are my characters from 5 years ago. Like I made this space lady at 5 a.m. or whenever the servers went up on Destiny 1 release day, and me and Jeff streamed at 5 in the morning. Like I'm not gonna give that up, you know?
Yeah.
So, God, they've done so much. I'll try to just get through this stuff expeditiously. They've bumped every character up to 750, so
it's important to note, this is their first expansion just fully Bungie.
Yeah,
this is Bungie alone without Activision, so this is kind of their vision of Destiny, a little less unfiltered.
Yeah, and I'm pretty into what they're doing so far. Yeah, they got loose of Activision, I think, in January.
Yeah.
I've played a good bit on my main here in this new expansion, so I'm going to jump into a different character that hasn't played it yet. But
I'm really into those pauldrons.
I get it. I'm maybe a little too precious about my outfits.
Sure.
It's hard to take myself seriously.
I think it only works because your guy looks so serious.
That's okay, sure. I can see that. I guess I get it.
Like, you wouldn't dare say something about his weird tentacle pauldrons to his face.
Yeah. So yeah, even if you haven't played Destiny in ages, like a year or two.
Yeah, like me.
They've just bumped everybody's character up to the light level you need to be to play this new content.
Right. Because I was in the like 300s, I think, and then all of a sudden I'm 750.
So I'm going to try to... They put the sparrow behind the character.
Is that new?
Yeah.
You're going to have to really hold my hand here on what's new.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's nice to be able to see your sparrow, because it is a cosmetic
I wish it was kind of bigger. It looks a little weird that...
Yeah, this generally is a little cluttered for me, personally. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to try to resist my urge to just go through menus for 20 minutes, and let's just play this new game first.
Sure.
Let's flip the script for once.
There will be plenty of time for menus, because there's plenty of menus in this game.
They sure are, such as, hey, I bet this looks familiar.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so... Oops. The moon.
We're back, baby.
The moon is back.
Io.
Shadowkeep is the expansion. It's on the moon. It's the moon.
There's a strange disturbance on the moon.
Like, it is the moon. You didn't play the first game, right?
No.
It is like literally the patrol zone is that patrol zone from the first game again. Like, I'm a little surprised. They've built plenty of new level from what I've seen so far.
We'll see more of some stuff from the first game.
Look at the load times.
Yeah. Wow.
Holy shit.
Like I got so used to looking at my dumbass plane.
Like I barely had time. Well, it's not. I barely had time to settle into my light speed flying animation, and we were there.
So this is the very start, right?
Yeah, this is the beginning of the expansion. If you have not played it on a given character, this is Eris Morn, who as a Destiny 2 only player you may not have ever seen? I can't remember. I don't think she's been in Destiny 2.
Boy, ask me anything about the Destiny lore.
Fair.
I remember Callus.
Okay.
He had to shoot the wine glass out of his hand.
It's weird. I haven't played this game in close to a year, and they've moved to this season model. I mean, that season pass you saw is not the only way they have kind of updated the way this game works. They've moved to this like seasons of content model where new seasons have a new storyline with new quests that go along with them.
Right.
So there's a new Callus storyline from a season or two ago that I like the broom sweeping robot in the city.
Yeah.
You roll up on him, and all of a sudden Callus's voice starts talking through the robot.
Well, yeah, because I mean, the original Callus raid ends with that kind of scene where you're just like, oh fuck.
Yes, it's some good stuff. So Eris Morn's whole deal is the Hive.
Okay.
Hive.
Love me the Hive.
Yes, if you remember the Hive.
Like fanatical, weird Zerg, like almost.
Yes. Space Lovecraft.
Yes.
Space Eldritch Horror. I guess.
But also like super religious, right? They like had their own weird cult religion.
I guess Eldritch Horror is technically Space Eldritch Horror.
Last night we detected a seismic disturbance on the
There's some more Lance Reddick. I'll take it.
Yeah, totally.
It was swarming.
Like I have nothing against Nathan Fillion, but if it had to be Nathan Fillion or Lance Reddick, I think they made the right choice.
Yeah.
I totally didn't think to check. Actually, you can't check your settings in this game until you log into a character, which is weird.
Strange.
You can't do it at the title screen, which is a little odd. I can do it here.
None of the 6 title screens you have to go.
Yeah. Those are, that's good.
I saw a lot of highs and a lot of highest.
Yeah, I mean, this game runs very well.
It does.
On most stuff.
The Hive pour onto the surface of our moon from the keep. That is where our disturbance originated.
Oh, you're jumping.
This,
But first, we must
This is interesting because it's like a group mission. I mean, it's story, but like when I did it on my first character, there were like 5 other players in here running around also doing this stuff. Like they kind of blend other players into your story, which is something they didn't do so much in the past. Oh no, this part's gonna take way longer if I'm by myself.
Oh yeah, you just have to keep killing guys.
It is literally just kill guys until this percentage.
Wow, did you not get credit for that guy dying because of that big ship shot it?
Oh, that would be a real bummer. This whole phase took about 30 seconds for me when I did it the first time. Anyway, we'll pound through this because there's some stuff going on in this. If you care at all about the Destiny lore, and I know what you said is valid, like
no, it was dismissive because Destiny's not a game where it puts the lore front and center. Really, you have to it does, but then there's a lot of it.
Check this out. Oh no, I didn't get to do it. Somebody stole my kill.
I think it's cool. I just don't remember any of it.
That's fair. Oops, that's a bad throw. Oh, god damn it.
I, in fact, loaded up some lore videos to try and get caught up.
All right. What am I at here? Well, I'm at 750. So, one of the things that's really stood out to me so far in the early parts of this expansion is that they really kind of throw you in over your head for the first time, or more so than they have in the past. Like these enemies are rated higher level than I am right now.
Yeah.
Like when they first turn you loose in the patrol zone, like you can stumble into enemies that are like a good 20 power above you. And typically they have kind of held your hand a little more as far as like where you're ready to go. And I've almost found that kind of refreshing. Like I'm having a hard time with public events right now, which is like kind of out of character for Destiny. Also, okay, check this out.
Okay.
They gave you a finisher move. There are now finishers.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of into it.
I'm a warlock as well, and when did they add the third like skill tree for the characters? Because that was new to me.
I think all 3 of them are in the base game.
There were only 2 because it like slowly like unfurled from the thing and was like, hey, check this out.
I thought you got the 3rd one toward the end of the campaign. I can't remember.
Well, regardless, I've started checking it out and it's really cool. The one where you the super lets you warp around.
For
warlock.
Oh, is that the arc one, the electricity one?
I played it for about 15 minutes before I left this morning.
Is it blue?
It's purple.
Purple, that's void.
Okay.
Nope, just gonna keep killing these enemies until we hit 100%, I guess.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting other players to be here to smooth this process a little bit, but that's okay.
It's the skill tree where you have the thing where you can melee the guy and he explodes, and
Yes.
anyone near him also explodes.
That is one of my favorites.
Yeah. So what are some maybe other notable changes if you're someone like myself who hasn't played since
A lot of it is mechanical.
Vanilla.
Like as much as I don't want to bore people with menus, like they've totally reworked the way gear works in a way that, I mean, it's early on. Like I don't have enough crafting mats to like fully sort of explore the system yet and say if it's cool, but it certainly looks cool. It seems like you can customize your weapons and armor a whole lot more than you could before.
in terms of
Like things that, from what I've seen in a limited fashion, like I said, I'm not super deep into the, because this is largely looking like in-game stuff, but it's looking like a lot of the stuff that was randomized on drop before is now stuff you can like slot in manually
okay,
and kind of decide how you want to build. Don't die.
that is cool.
Yeah, like they basically seem to have made armor and weapon mods way more important. I'll dig into that stuff once we get past this.
Sure, but I'm talking about even like in the last couple expansions. What are some maybe like larger changes they've made, if any? 'Cause
Whoa, God. Sorry, this is
yeah,
kind of a
no,
lot. Forsaken was the big expansion last year, and I would say like storytelling and mission structure were probably the biggest changes there.
Okay.
Like the storytelling got a lot more elaborate and kind of meta. Because you basically you got to a second zone at the end of Forsaken, and the way that games like this are always on a time loop mechanically, you know, like you know, quests,
right, like resets.
quests get refreshed every week and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the characters in the fiction in this city that you were in became aware that time was repeating every week.
Okay.
And started commenting on it and acting really confused about it.
Yeah.
Which was a super cool twist.
I like that.
So they kind of tied that stuff into the lore a little bit in some ways that were neat. I'm trying to think what else they did. Like there were 2 zones in that expansion. I'm kind of expecting there will be 2 zones in this one. If I can ever get through this,
You're almost there.
yeah,
Nice.
I apologize. I didn't like I said, this phase took 0 time when I played through this first time. I mean, I was gonna wait till we get out in the open world to really mention it, but like the moon, the patrol map of the moon in this is straight up the fucking map from the first game.
Right.
Like,
That's-
I kind of actually enjoy that because it's been long enough now that there's a nostalgic quality to it.
Sure.
I'm just like, oh, I remember looting this exact treasure chest over and over every morning when I was playing a lot of Destiny 1.
And since it seems like they're really trying to go hard in getting people to come back or come to it for the first time, and just be like straight up, here, you're all 750, go nuts.
Yeah, like, for a lot of people, that'll just straight up be new content.
Yeah.
And for me and probably a lot of other people like me, it's not the end of the world. But also, where the story is going in this is probably the most actual exciting thing about this expansion, but if you haven't cared about Destiny lore, it may not matter as much, but where they're going with the story in this is kind of wild, which you'll see by the end of this mission.
Sure.
And that's what leads me to think that that the moon patrol zone that you start out in here is probably, I'm hoping, the first of 2.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of references to you going to some wild shit toward the end of this expansion. God damn it.
Is Cade 6 dead?
Yeah.
Good.
It's gone. Yes. Yes. Cade 6 got murked.
Great.
I can't even Sparrow here.
Sorry I couldn't make the funeral, buddy.
Yeah. That was the probably weirdest aspect of that expansion. That one last year was just like killed him off, and I wasn't 100% sure what kind of narrative purpose it was supposed to serve, and I don't think they really got what they needed to out of it. I don't know. I'm still not used to Destiny having characters that matter.
Sure.
Like I barely knew these people's names in the first game. Like they just didn't really.
Man, not to throw shade at Borderlands, but when I fired this up and just started running around and using my abilities and shooting people, I was just like, yeah, this is what I need to be doing.
If you're gonna play a loot game, a loot shooter, this is the one for me. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, later, dudes.
But the disturbance
Well, at least I got to do a lot of my spiel while we were there.
Yeah.
stopped.
Go, leave me alone!
We're on it.
I don't want to fight.
I just want to Sparrow. Damn it. Oh, hey, more fighting.
Hive are coming from that portal up ahead. Let's shut it down.
I'm pretty excited about this, not just because like it seems like a good expansion so far, but everybody I know is pretty much on the same platform finally.
Yeah.
Because they've let people port their characters. Like I'm kind of hoping for a real renaissance in playing Destiny with people I know.
Like obviously just full crossplay would be the most ideal
sure, yes,
situation.
totally.
But I think this is maybe the best way you can handle it without that.
Definitely, for sure. The PC release of Destiny 2 was just ruinous to my sort of Destiny social life.
Oh yeah.
People had fractured plans and groups of friends so badly.
Brother against brother.
Yeah. God, I'm sorry. I'm really kind of annoyed. This mission's gonna take forever. By myself. I can't even... I'm not 100% sure how to drain these sigils?
You just have to like stand in the ring.
I'm not sure because again, there were multiple people here all doing this with me.
Yeah.
This has been probably the rockiest launch that a Destiny product has had.
Which is saying something.
Yeah, well, it's been okay.
It's been okay.
Yeah, maybe it's trust.
Nothing disastrous, but like...
Do I have to stand in here? Is that actually doing anything?
Yeah.
Yes, okay,
You are
that's
capturing.
what it is. Yeah, most of this had been completed by the time I got here before.
You show up, shoot a couple guys, and it's over.
Yeah. Oh, don't die, don't die. Okay. One. Let's just kind of pound through this. Screw all these guys. God, what was I even talking? Oh, yeah. So, like, yeah, they had a good bit of server downtime yesterday. They had to take the game down for emergency maintenance a couple times. Server queues, which is not something I associate with Destiny necessarily. More of a WoW thing, or like a proper MMO thing, not a shooter thing. It's been pretty good today, though, so far. I've had a couple spots where it just sort of like hung up at a loading screen, like it couldn't quite connect to get me into the game, but other than that, it's been pretty smooth. So I think they've got stuff ironed out. Also, it's free to play now. Like, you mentioned that, but like you can play all but like, all but last year's expansion and this new one is free now for anybody on all three platforms. So, this one's gonna be such a pain in the ass. I don't know if I can actually do this. I almost wonder.
It's weird that your recommended power is 760.
Yeah, like I said, they seem a little more bold about just shoving you into stuff that you're a little under-leveled for now, which in some contexts I like because it makes the game feel a little more dangerous. But
you know, we're trying to record a video.
Yeah. But it almost makes me wonder if it failed to match anybody in here. Because it's the day after release, you know.
Somebody just typed in the chat window. I didn't see what they said.
I think that's
global.
Yeah, I don't think that's limited to your session.
Okay.
Yeah, it almost makes me wonder if it tried and failed to put somebody else in here. I don't know. It's okay. We're almost to the actual meat of this mission.
So if you're somebody like me who played vanilla and is coming back to this for the first time, do you think I should just dive into the Shadowkeep stuff?
I'm actually really curious about that, and we're going to try a little experiment at the end of this, which is that I don't have any free character slots, but you do.
Yes.
And they straight up put the beginning of Destiny 1 into this game. We're just going to, at the end of this, we're just going to have you make a new character.
Yeah.
Because it literally seems to make you just go through the very intro moments of Destiny 1. But like I said, new characters are now starting at 750.
Right.
So, my understanding is you can, like, it sounds like they're just breaking the different sort of campaigns in this game out as different storylines. Instead of, okay, you have to do Destiny 2 proper, and then you have to do, what was the one after that? Curse of Osiris, and then Warmind. Now it's just, here is the Red War, which is the Destiny 2 campaign. Oh god, this is going to suck so much. Unless I do this.
Yeah. You got your super, right?
Yeah. Go, 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 go!
Nice!
Okay, I got it! Yeah, I think they may gate access to regions in some way with XP or something like that. I'm not clear on that stuff, but...
yeah, like my inclination was that it might be best to just dive right into Shadowkeep because that's what everyone's
Yeah,
playing.
yeah, totally. I would do that for sure. I would just like, whoa, God, I hate Shriekers
Jesus.
so fucking
You got that
much.
shield again, right?
Oh God, I do. I thought that would take time to cool down. All right,
Tactics.
our long nightmare is almost over.
The Shrieker's vulnerable. Now's our
Oh God, now I have to kill it.
Oh, I remember these.
Oh, they're the worst. All the auto-targeting shit in this is the worst.
Yeah.
Again, all by yourself.
That one strike where you had to dunk on those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can.
I'm so excited because like
Fuck this.
part of the fun of Destiny is like figuring out how to do the heroic public events and like there's so much stuff of like the first week of Destiny
yeah.
that's really exciting.
I will say, I've done a couple of heroic public events on the moon, and they are the exact same public events as the other zones.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, that's doing it. Probably gonna. Oh. I have to eat it a couple more times here.
Yeah.
They put a lot of power ammo out here, actually, or heavy ammo. I'm not sure what they're calling it this week. This game changes a lot
It does.
on a regular basis. God damn it! I should kill that ogre. I should stop trying to skip all of this.
Can you like snipe it from here?
If I could just hit it. Hey, get out of the way! Jerks! Doing it. One more time. We're gonna get this.
We've already had one heroic quick look moment today.
Oh, yeah?
We need two. Yeah.
Should I ask what that was in, or should I-
Check out Code Vein.
Nice.
It's on the site right now.
Oh my God! Almost got it.
Nice. That's not doing any damage.
Get out of my face! God, what just a fucking day glow particle nightmare this game
No.
is.
It's like I'm at a Chechnyan rave.
The finishers, so they are a cosmetic slot. Like there are different finishing animations, of course, that can drop or that you can buy. But they also seem to factor into. Oh my God, that's a lot of dudes.
That's a lot of dudes.
Can I just do this?
I don't even think you're damaging it.
Oh, I am.
Oh yeah, you are. Okay, I see the numbers flying. I was looking at the health bar. It's not a good way to.
Hide all these guys over here and then just run around and grenade it again. Could do this. I was born to do this. Just give me that ammo.
Just gonna borrow this.
Give it.
Thank you. Just trying to make it off this moon.
Also super not used to the Titan jump. Warlock jump is the best.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I'm out.
Get out.
Yeah, fuck this place.
Good work, Guardians.
Stop shooting me in the
Have
back.
an LZ up and running soon.
I beat the mission objective. You're not allowed to hurt me anymore.
Press on towards the keep.
Yeah, I would totally play this first. Like you said, just to be able to do like strikes and all the other stuff with your friends.
Yeah.
But I would also be curious to hear how that other content works as they've kind of shuffled it out of order.
Eris Morn.
Eris is back on the moon?
Last I heard from her, she was headed into the keep.
No, can't
I
Sparrow.
don't even know if she's still.
We'll find her. Alive.
Before we can gain access to the keep, you'll need to clear the surrounding area. Assistance is on its way.
If there had been other people in this mission, this whole mission would be over by
Aware of
now.
the Hive's activity on the moon before the disturbance.
It's pretty much just this vehicle sequence and then one last fight and then
Discovered the
we're done.
purpose of this.
But there's a major story reveal at the end of this mission, which is why I wanted to play it on this video.
Yeah, I want to see.
Like as the Destiny lore goes, it's about as big a deal as there has ever been in this game. Which is kind of why I'm surprised to see that they chose. Well, I'm actually not surprised at all, but it's interesting to see that they chose now to deploy it, because it's kind of been the thing in their back pocket all this time.
Okay.
That they like when it really counted. And of course, now that they're independent is when it really counts. They really need to get people back into this game.
Yes.
Now's the time to kind of deploy this thing that they've been teasing since before Destiny 1 came out. Open up.
This takes place in the Halo universe?
I'm not gonna go that far.
Okay. That's the only, like, big picture Destiny thing
Yeah,
like
dude, if
that I know people or latched onto.
If the next expansion comes out and the next zone is just a straight up Halo, then we're in some shit. But
Because wasn't there like an ODST reference
Yes,
or something?
yes.
Yeah. The only Halo game I ever played.
not a bad one if you're gonna play one Halo game.
It was fun.
Reach is very good. Three still, I assume, probably still holds up.
I mean, I'll get that Master Chief Collection when that comes to Steam.
Yeah. It's on Game Pass. Also,
Oh yeah,
if you have that.
I do.
But yes, also coming to Steam. It's so weird to see this and Gears 5, Master Chief Collection. Like, I assume Halo Infinite will probably be on Steam?
Oh,
That's
weird.
so weird to say, but like that's
Yeah,
probably...
because like there's Game Pass, but Microsoft and I guess I was gonna say Microsoft doesn't have like a game store. They totally do.
Yeah.
But
But I mean, they have very justifiably figured out like, hey, wherever we sell games, it's good to sell games.
yes,
Better than not selling games.
yes. And they're not like an independent studio like some of these Epic exclusives where they need like money to finish their game, so
Right.
they sign exclusivity deals.
But also, they've rightly figured out that services and subscriptions are where the future is going.
Yes.
And they've realized that whatever platform you're on, as long as they're doing commerce with you, they're coming out ahead.
They rightly figured out they'll take your money,
Yep.
and it turns out taking your money every month better than taking it once in a while.
Yeah. Or, selling a copy of Master Chief Collection to somebody on Steam is better than selling them nothing.
Yes.
Ever.
Trying to convince them to go to the Microsoft store.
Because as we have seen, there are people who care an awful lot about what storefront they buy games on.
Yes, indeed.
So it's smart to, for a platform holder like that, to get on there. Come on, open up. It's there. This is weird. Every enemy I killed in this area. Oh god, I gotta get out. Nice timing.
Yeah.
Every single enemy I killed in this area was dropping an item called a Hive Tablet on my first character, and now none of them are. Ow!
Oof.
I don't know what to make of that. I love being killed by misadventure. My favorite cause of death. Okay.
You and Errol Flynn.
Finally.
Nice.
I'm having to learn how to play this game on an Xbox One controller. 'Cause Destiny has always been a PS4 controller game to me. It's just so weird not hitting the touchpad.
Came to me.
Yeah,
I'm tempted to try to get my PS4 controller hooked up on my PC for
A
this.
potential threat to humanity.
Or just get used to
Eris
this.
insisted.
I'm switching to mouse and keyboard, but it's been so long that I haven't played. It's just like learning a new game.
Yeah. Mouse and keyboard
Eris
controls are
is resilient.
fantastic for this.
They really
She's
are.
proven that again and again.
I think I'll just switch between the two. I've liked the way it feels on controller just fine.
Can take care of themselves. It's Eris Morn.
Who's Harris Morn?
She's the
Cora?
goth, she's the resident goth lady of the Guardians.
That's
Okay.
strange.
Like, fighting the Hive is her thing.
Got it.
So she was all over the first game because 2 of the 4 expansions for Destiny 1 were Hive-based. So she figured prominently into a lot of that stuff.
What?
What was that?
I love how the thralls like duck and cover their ears when you throw a grenade. I think I was going to mention about the execution moves earlier is they seem to figure into like some of the weapon and armor customization I was talking about. Like you can set up effects to proc when you do a move, like an execution move.
Oh, okay.
Like I've got a mod right now on my main character that's, God, what is it? I can't remember if it's any finisher or maybe it's only a finisher on an elite enemy. Takes 10% of my super bar, but regenerates all of my primary ammo and reloads all of my weapons
That seems good.
by doing the execution. Like it's fucking cool. Like,
And is that just like on a timer?
no, I think that it might. So that one, like I said, I think might be limited to elite enemies, so you just wouldn't be able to do it that often.
Oh, I see.
But it also it takes 10% of your super energy, so there's definitely trade-offs. But just getting all your weapons reloaded for free is pretty good.
is Hive. They're not actually Hive.
What?
Their energy signature is entirely unfamiliar.
I'm just nodding my head.
Yeah. It's such a good ass looking game.
Yeah, wow.
Art design is just.
And the sound and the music, like
Yeah.
loading it back up for the first time and hearing that main menu theme again was.
I love the vibe. I just love the look and feel of this game.
Should be
Yeah.
right around here.
All right. All right. Boom.
That's no moon.
Pretend that you are completely awed by this sight.
Is that? I've never seen anything like it. This must be what Eris was after.
All right, I'll fill you in when let me just get through this boss real quick. Well, whatever, I can tell you on the way.
Yeah, it's the Luxor, right? Chris Angel's playing at
That's
the
right.
top.
That's right. It's Vegas is coming to the moon.
Oh man.
So this is like basically the long-rumored fifth faction in Destiny.
Okay, I didn't want to spoil the fun, but when you said like the biggest thing, I thought maybe is that another faction?
And because I've been a giant nerd at times about this game, I can tell you this, that you can go back to a GDC talk that Joe Staten gave way before Destiny 1 came out, where these pyramid ships are shown in concept art.
I think
Like
I remember that.
Like a fleet of pyramid ships are shown alongside, like they talk about what would become the Fallen and the Hive and the...
Yeah, I think
ball and
maybe
all
on the
that stuff.
podcast you guys had talked about this at one
yes,
point.
Yes. So there are teases about this at the end of Destiny 2 proper. I think past, like post credits. I think there is just a faint glimmer of some pyramid ships.
There's some sort of massive energy spike here. It's too heavy for us to pass through.
They'll actually. There's some dialogue about it. They'll fill it in better than I could here in a second. Just do this quick boss fight.
Oh shit, it's Wraith King.
God, it kind of is. He just looks at the grenade. Pretty good.
Oh! Turn back!
No, I don't.
Turn back!
I don't think that's going to happen. You.
I mean, that's the like, if you're gonna reuse a location, the best thing you can do is juice it up with new enemy types and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's, I like that.
Yeah, I don't know if there will actually be new enemies in this. If there are, like this thing will completely surpass my expectations if they actually like made new enemies and have you fighting them in this. I'm just expecting some scenery and like teases for like where the story's gonna go.
Okay.
But whatever that ship is a representative of is the darkness. If you've ever heard the way they talk like in this kind of highfalutin way about like light and darkness in this game.
Sure.
Like
Yeah, because it's all about the light.
Like the Traveler is like embodies the light and like imbued the Guardians with the light and blah blah blah.
right, and the whole thing is
then-
like Cal steals the source, right, of light, and so you can't.
or Gaul does, yeah.
Or Gaul,
the
yeah.
ball guy. But like the Traveler has been asleep pretty much like the whole time that this series has been going up until the end of Destiny 2. And like the Traveler was vanquished by the darkness. Like that's what they call whatever this faction is here.
Okay.
So essentially like, you know, the game has the whole like Tolkien kind of fallen civilization backstory, like Golden Age thing of like mankind experienced this like unprecedented age of prosperity across the solar system thanks to the Traveler, and then the darkness showed up and fucked everything up.
Right.
And these other factions only came in after all of that went down and the darkness took off or disappeared or whatever it was that happened to them. So
Darkness is a big deal.
yeah, so for them to finally be getting into, hey, here's the darkness, here's who these aliens actually are, and what they did. God, please no. Sorry, this dude becomes invulnerable and you have to kill a bunch of ads to make him take damage again.
Fun.
Yeah, there's been a fair amount of that so far. Anyway, they'll comment more on that after I finish this fight.
So what does the typical timeline look for a post-release, like new expansion? Because they add to it, right? With like,
So that, I think, and I'm coming back to Destiny since, this is the first time I've played since probably January, since they really started this kind of new season model. Oh shit, I've got no abilities, no nothing.
So I'm thinking like eventual raid, right? Is the kind of the
Raid is I think the 5th,
oh
which is like this week.
oh wow yeah.
Pretty sure I saw the
That's
5th. That's
Saturday.
sooner. It's been like a couple weeks traditionally, but I think at this point they're just like, fuck it. We know people will hit the level cap in like a day and a half.
Sure.
Let's just get it out there for the people that are itching to play it. But again, almost through this mission. Everything seems to have changed with this season model. So they're basically rolling out content on a pretty much constant basis, like every couple months now, from what I can tell. Where's this dude? You.
There he is.
He is really not taking much damage.
He's regenerating?
Oh, right. That's right. I forgot. You don't actually kill this guy. Oh, hey, now there's like more bosses.
Oh.
These are all past bosses from previous expansions.
We have to go now.
Guardian, come with me.
Hi, big pyramid, crazy thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Comes me and my tentacle pauldrons.
Eris Morn.
So I'm still not used to them having your character talk again.
Oh right, yeah. I was gonna.
They did it a little bit at the beginning of Destiny 1, and then they kind of never did it again until recently, until Forsaken last year, and I just forgot the Guardians could talk.
What is that pyramid?
You've heard the stories of the Traveler's sacrifice, of darkness descending upon humanity. Before us lies a dark remnant of their existence. Was it struck down by the Traveler? Left here on purpose? The truth is ours to discover.
Discover how?
We find a way inside.
So it's kind of really exciting that they decided to go here, because as this expansion was coming out, I was like, okay, it's the moon, we've been there before, okay, it's the Hive. You've done like 3 DLCs about the Hive already. It's
Yeah.
like, I will play New Destiny no matter what, but this feels like pretty familiar. So for them to just drop that at the beginning of the first mission,
Right.
and like, I'm a good ways into the campaign on my main character here, but the objective of this expansion is to get inside that thing. Like, you are literally building a suit of like magical armor that can get you into that thing.
Hell yeah.
So,
So presumably, so what do you think? Like the second location is inside that?
I might be speaking out of turn. Like, it's possible that there's not a second zone in this, but I really, like, I feel like they kind of set the precedent with Forsaken that they are going to do that again, I hope.
Yeah, and especially if it's like an established zone that you already know.
Right, yes, exactly.
Is the one.
Because, like, I know you didn't play the first game, but fucking
Same map.
Archer's Line, Anchor of Light, like the Hellmouth, like, dude, this stuff is as Destiny ass shit gets. Like, so I'll switch over to my main character real quick now. There's a bunch of dark, gothy, psychobabble stuff about
Old scars.
Do you get to learn more about her cool orb?
visions and nightmares.
I really like her outfit.
Phantoms of
She's like a shogun fish Sam
Yeah,
Fisher.
there's a weird kind of Japanese flair, samurai-looking flair to that chest piece.
We must not let it distract us from our goal. Finding a way inside.
The constant stream of black tar tears is very Death Stranding.
Kinda, yeah. Oh, interesting. I got a bunch of like pre-order and deluxe edition rewards here the first time. But I
Moon
guess,
cheese. What was that?
wait,
Up?
oh, that's a bounty.
Okay.
I guess you just get that stuff once and it unlocks on your account. Let me check real quick. Yeah, let's go ahead and flip over. I'm sorry that took so long, but
Oh no, it was fun to see the reveal
like
there.
that reveal is about as sort of earth-shattering as it gets for the Destiny story in terms of like this is the thing they have been building up to for a very long time.
Right, and that's what you want. You want something in there for the people who have been paying attention
Yeah, totally.
the whole time.
I'm actually confused. I haven't done a season pass. This is like I think the third one they've done. I wonder. I guess you only get to because I mean you definitely know how a battle pass works.
Yes.
I guess you only get to redeem each level once per account.
Interesting.
Yes, because I did these on my other character already, and these are class-specific armor.
Yeah.
So if I get them, maybe that's why like each piece of armor is on this tree like 4 times. I noticed. Maybe that's why.
So you
Maybe
can
it's so once you hit higher levels, you can go get the armor on your other characters.
farm it for your yeah.
That's probably what it is. But this is the free track. Is my impression, which would make sense because there's a bunch of gaps on it. So you can get some stuff for playing free, but then the
$10
season pass. But if you bought the deluxe edition of this expansion, you got the season pass with it. You might have gotten. No, that can't be right. There are 4 seasons coming, basically until this time next year, I would assume. Maybe every 3 months. I want to say, yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean,
Season ends 68 days.
there are check marks, so I assume you just get all these season passes if you bought the deluxe edition of this thing. I guess that is how that works.
That's cool.
Anyway,
How much is the deluxe?
I think 60.
Okay.
I want to say it's 60 and like 40 for the. I could be.
And that gets you the battle pass stuff, the Shadowkeep stuff.
Shadowkeep. The only things you have to pay for in Destiny now are Forsaken from last year and Shadowkeep from this year, and then optionally the $10 season pass. We should talk later, Steve Kim, about. Yeah, it's so weird playing this on PC where it's kind of MMO-ish now.
Yeah.
Let's gosh, I guess let's go back to the moon. Oh, sorry.
Oh, dude, what happened to Mercury?
My higher level character. I don't think I've been up here. Mercury's fucked, man.
Yeah, it looks like
It's in big trouble. You can go there. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, they added that to, yeah. It's a mess. Let's go up here. I think this is the only new part of the moon map that wasn't in the first game. All right, now that we're flying somewhere, it's menu time.
All right,
All right,
gear.
so, gosh, where to start here? So, I'm in the phase right now where I just need to boost my power as fast as humanly possible.
Yes.
Because I'm getting the content that I just can't hang with unless I get that number up. But I did get the set of deluxe edition armor, so it has some of the new mechanics on it. Like the shitty, I'm just slapping shitty blues on as fast as I can right now. But these are legendaries, and this is the new armor system, and I'm just starting to tap into it. Like I said, I don't have a lot of crafting materials and stuff yet. But essentially, legendaries now have an energy level like this,
Yeah.
and a soul and an elemental alignment. And you just dump mats, like you can see, it's just glimmer and legendary shards. It probably gets like more exotic in terms of materials later on. As you get, this is how you basically turn an item into a masterwork item now.
Okay.
Which gets it better, more and better perks.
Yeah.
God, stats is a whole fucking other can of worms because they have brought back all the stats from the first game. Oh yeah, here they are. Yeah, so they brought discipline, intellect, and strength back. In addition to mobility, resilience, and recovery. I mean, it's very straightforward when you just mouse over. It's like, mobility is how fast you move and how high you jump.
Okay.
Resilience is how much health you have. Recovery is how fast your health recharges.
These are just D and DS.
And these 3 are just the cooldowns on your 3 abilities.
Oh,
so it's
great.
actually very easy. But it is a lot of numbers and stuff to keep up with, and these are randomized. So you dump mats to upgrade the energy level on a piece of armor. And then that enables you to equip mods on that armor. So like, here's a mod that gives me energy or damage resistance against bosses. Here's one against elites. Here's one against regular enemies. That gives me solar resist. That's a general armor mod slot. This is an arms armor mod slot. So these are like faster reloads for certain types of weapons,
Yeah.
stuff like that. This is an Undying armor mod. Undying is the current season. It's Season of the Undying.
Sure.
So I guess these will be unique. Well, that makes sense because this armor is unique to this season. So, so this is going to be, that looks like probably mods that are specific to like stuff you're doing in this zone or in this season. Anyway, like it's a lot of customization. So like these things, this thing has a 5 energy cost. So I would have to boost this up to level 5. And then I could only equip that mod. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You see it kind of taking it out of my budget up there?
Right.
Or I could, I could level this thing up a bunch and then equip all of these if I wanted to. Well, no, I'm sorry. I only have 1 slot. This is complicated. I'm still figuring it out.
This is great.
But it seems to give you a ton more just ability to customize what your armor and weapons do. Like these are randomized, and I'm guessing the solar or the element on a piece of armor is randomized, but this stuff is entirely in your control.
Okay.
So that is pretty awesome. Like that's a much, much more flexible system than they've ever had before.
Yeah.
You can still infuse, although it takes a different type of crafting material now. It's harder to infuse, although it seems like you're going to get upgrade modules pretty frequently. But it seems like they want you using the stuff you've got more often.
Pop on down to appearance.
Yeah, I was going to say, so to that end of getting you to use the stuff you have more, they've added universal ornaments for armor.
Wonderful.
So anything you've ever gotten out of the Eververse, which is the cosmetic dispenser
Yes.
/ store, you can just straight up transmog an item to one of those now.
Beautiful.
So, and you can go buy those with in-game currency if you want, or real money, of course. But you're basically always, you're going to be able to like assemble a set of armor that you think looks cool, and then no matter what you have that is your technically best piece of armor, you can make it look like something that you think looks good.
That's great,
Yeah,
especially
it's
if they're
huge.
making transmuting a little more,
Yes. Yes.
not rare, but like costly, I guess.
Right. Also to that end, they have made it so that anything that's cosmetic that you pull out of here just uses the very cheap base currency that you get constantly for just playing the game.
Is that Glimmer?
Glimmer and legendary shards.
Okay.
Which you get for just breaking down items. So
Oh,
you can
jeez.
see how much I have, and I haven't been playing this game for almost a year. Like these things cost a currency that was pretty hard to come by before. These are just shaders. So like you can just kind of customize to your heart's content now without spending real money on this game.
That's great.
It sounds so simple when you say it that way.
Sure, and then maybe this is a freedom allotted to them, not having to work with a large publisher like
Yeah,
Activision.
totally. Like they are making a lot of very good decisions. Like people seem to be very happy with where this game is at. Also, I didn't realize I could preview some other finishers here. That's a pretty cool finisher.
Show me your emotes.
Okay. That one more time.
First thing I did when I got to the tower, busted out all those emotes.
Anyway, customizing look and appearance, cosmetics, and also customizing the abilities on your stuff just seems way more flexible and interesting than it ever was before. Real fast here. What is a new? Let's see. I think I'm trying to find a weapon that I know is a new weapon. Not sure if I have one yet. Okay, yeah, so I think the weapon customization is a little more like it used to be. Like you've still got a mod slots, I think. I can't remember, dude. You can slap mods onto weapons, and you can still masterwork them in what looks like a little bit more of a traditional fashion, like they used to have. Like you just level this thing up somehow. I don't fucking know, man. The stuff seems better. The armor stuff definitely seems better.
Yes.
The weapon stuff I'm a little more unclear on. So anyway, they've also reworked how you track quests, which still looks a little busy, I think, but is still a lot better than it used to be. Like this used to just be a giant page of icons and nothing else, so that's better. But these are mostly quests I had left over from prior to this expansion.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even remember what the old one was like.
It is still a little bit much to keep up with here. I mean, you can at least sort by the stuff you accepted most recently, which is good, or stuff that's exotic. You're gonna have a lot of this stuff if you haven't been playing this game for a while. I mean, provided you go talk to the NPCs and pick up all the quests. This is a bounty that I finished earlier. So basically, quests over here, bounties over here. It is much better. Like, it's not perfect. It's still kind of a lot to look at. But I just finished a quest. But it is a little more consolidated, a little more concise to keep track of all this stuff. They've also put the store right here in the menu, if you want to. But they've made it the earnable in-game currency, which is Bright Dust. They've given you a lot of new ways to get it, and then they just expose that stuff right here. So every week you've just got some new cosmetics you can buy if you don't want to actually spend money. It seems good. Most everything else is the same, and then you've got your season pass, which is not new. It's new to me. I haven't played the last couple seasons, but people that have been sticking with this game have seen this stuff already, but it's what you expect.
Yeah.
There, I just got 5,000 glimmer.
Shaq's still out there?
Ooh, what?
Shax?
Yes, absolutely. I heard him say, "How's your light warlock keeping it fierce?"
Great.
This morning?
Great.
Yeah. And then, so I'm a handful of missions into the story campaign here, and the way they're structuring it, I won't belabor this too terribly long, but where am I at here?
Down Shadowkeep.
So this, you know what? Sorry, let's go over here. She's got the next mission. I made a point of not picking it up until this video. But the thing I was talking about, where she's got story missions for you, like I've been doing story missions for her, but in between, I keep picking up these, or she keeps giving me these, God, there are so many of these fucking things. Where do they put it? Here it is, Essence of Anguish. So basically every mission or two I've been getting one of these essences, and it'll have a thing like, this is just do 3 bounties on the moon. This one is like, do this stuff. And every one of these is going to result in a different piece of gear.
Okay.
Because like I said, the gist of your mission here is that you need to build this Dream Bane armor set to get inside that pyramid.
Right.
And you're doing a bunch of shit on the moon to do it, basically. So, and I did that first one and got this, and like it's way higher than anything else I've got, as you can see. Like it came in, at the time I got it, it came in a good 30, 40 points higher than the rest of my gear.
So do you think that's going to be around your gear score when you're ready to go in there?
I would guess this was somewhat based, it was probably hashed off of what I had at the time.
Okay.
So it'll probably be a little higher than that, maybe mid 800s by the time I get there. But it's cool, because it basically gives you stuff to be working toward as you're doing the missions and in between the missions.
Sure.
It's just some nice little side stuff. As I start picking up bounties, like this will go toward that. It's kind of tempting for me to go like, oh, I should just go grind these out right now because I can get this high level gear immediately. But the way those objectives kind of stack on top of each other, it's probably going to be a lot more efficient to wait and try to get as many of them as you can.
Continues.
And do them all at once. Yeah, so... Oh, I see. I have more Nightmare Essences, but I'm out of Hive Curios to get Dream Bane armor. Thanks for clarifying. Yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. You know, she gives me another mission. I've got... So I basically just need to do 3 of these to... Oh, dude, that's nothing. Kill 25 dudes, find a few treasure chests. Just get all of these.
It
Yeah.
is yours,
I'll read them later.
as I do.
It's Destiny. I mean, I'm at the point where it is totally that, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Very well.
Where did she want me to go? Oh, shit. I don't want this quick look to be super long, but do you want to see at least the beginning of a strike?
Yeah.
We should, because the strikes are the best.
Yeah,
missions.
yeah, totally.
I don't know if we'll do the whole thing, although that makes me the asshole who bails on my team. I guess that is my next quest, is to do a straight up strike, which is kind of awesome. Yeah. They made more Destiny.
I'm excited to get back to it.
Yeah. It's nice to come back to after being away for a while.
Yeah, it's so insanely polished. I think was like the first thing I noticed from just like hopping back in and being like, yeah, this is like, it's like, this is a high budget movie. Like this is like
Totally.
a Marvel movie
Totally.
or something, you know?
It is as polished as it gets, absolutely. This might be... Might be one of those where they actually have you do a strike by yourself, so I actually might be able to just get into it for a few minutes and then not screw somebody over by quitting.
Potent energies are radiating from the scar.
So are you familiar with this area?
This was blocked off when I came through here the first time.
Okay, but this wasn't in like Destiny 1.
No. All this Scarlet Keep stuff is totally new.
Got it.
Anything that is red is new. But I straight up went inside the Hellmouth, which means nothing to you, but anybody who played a lot of the first game.
I must
Like one of the story quests literally
the dark.
sends you into the Hellmouth,
Quickly.
has you fighting through the world's grave, and then fighting a boss in the exact room where you fought like 3 bosses in the first game. Like
That's 100% fan service. And it's great.
yeah, I'm mostly okay with it. Again, I will.
The Hive prefer
I don't want to assume too much, but I will feel much better about that stuff
It was thought
if there is some cool shit inside that pyramid,
Yes.
which again precedent would lead me to believe there is.
And I think about it, right? Who are the people who are most excited to just immediately dive in? It's
Totally.
the people who have been with Destiny forever.
Totally. That is the entire theme of this year of Destiny is them catering to their base.
Yeah. Which is great.
Yeah, it's the way they should go.
As much as I am not that person, like I'm glad that they're doing it because
Yeah.
the people who have stuck with this game obviously like this game and will get vocal about when it's good again and
Yeah.
like.
And
I mean,
I'm not even
bad.
I'm not even the guy that can play it as a career all the time.
Yeah.
But the people who are that way seem to really like where it's at. It took them a little while to figure it out. Like the first sort of experiments they did with that stuff, like the Black Armory, I found to be really repetitive. I can't even remember what was. Oh, I think it was Season of the Drifter, which was very Gambit based, which is that multiplayer mode.
Right.
But they've been dialing it in, and now it's a bad time to try to show you the menu again. I won't do it, but the season we're in right now is actually Vex based, the robots. So like this expansion is all about the Hive, but the seasonal content is all going to be about the Vex.
Huh.
So they're trying to mix it up even with the seasonal stuff that's dipping in and out. Now seems like a good time if you just want to play some Destiny for a couple months and then forget about it, which is probably where most people are at. Because you'll get through this story content and you'll get to basically the end of this season. And then when the new season rolls around, you could probably just be like, okay, I've had my fill of Destiny for a while.
Right.
And that's like a good natural endpoint. So let's see if we can like try to get to like one good set piece here in this strike. This might be it.
Wait, is that? Eris, we've got eyes on a daughter of Crota.
Oh no, not Hashladoon.
It must be.
It has to be Hash Ladoon.
Shit's emanations.
Anybody but her.
Dead after Crota's fall. If she's alive, if she's here, the Hive's designs are dark indeed. Whatever rituals are underway.
I think we've established at this point the Hive's design are dark.
Yeah.
Must be eliminated.
Yeah, they're hella goth for sure. I have to purge some shit here. I'm not 100% sure how many strikes there are, how many new multiplayer maps. I think there's like 3 new Crucible maps. I would expect, hopefully, at least one other strike besides this. Maybe, could be 3. Like one interesting aspect of this is that they are no longer making PlayStation exclusive content anymore. Like this is the first time they have put out a piece of like an expansion where they didn't have to make unique stuff for Sony. So presumably they were able to redirect those resources toward just making more stuff for everybody. So maybe there's like more strikes than you would normally expect,
That'd be cool.
which would be nice. All right, that's probably enough of this, especially because I'm about to die. Yeah, I died. Yeah, pretty straightforward structurally so far, but a lot of the changes they've made around like the way quests are grouped and all the ways you can customize your armor, and especially the cosmetic stuff, is just such a vast improvement over what they've had before. And again, anybody can just download this thing and play it.
Eris, we've got eyes.
To that
on the
end,
daughter of Crota.
we're gonna switch over to your account here since you've got a free character slot, and
Could be
let's
responsible.
kind of take a look at real quick at kind of what the onboarding process is for like free-to-play people.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I've heard they reworked a lot of that stuff, and I'm just really curious to see how they get people in now. So let's do that.
Designs are dark indeed.
Your Warlock has a killer look.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
thank you. I
That's-
spent a long time on shaders.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you do own the game. Like,
Yes.
you've got the everything. Do you have Forsaken?
No.
You don't have Forsaken.
I don't
Interesting.
have Forsaken.
Okay, so you've got Shadowkeep on PC on Steam, but not Forsaken. Okay, I'm curious to see how this goes. Wow,
Yeah, thank you.
that's some hair. That's very, I don't know, kind of turn of the century new metal.
Yeah, I'm going for like an updated look for Helmut Kruger.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so we're gonna fire this up because I heard some weird shit about what they do with new characters now.
Achievement unlocked, baby.
Yeah, good on them for recognizing your achievements across multiple platforms.
Yeah.
Guardian. Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian.
They should have gotten Dinklage just to do the first level of Destiny 1 again.
I can't, this is so weird.
I'm a ghost. Actually, now I'm your ghost.
I did play this. I played like a couple hours of Destiny 1 back
Okay.
before 2 came out because I thought I'd get into it.
Yeah,
I was gonna say this looked familiar.
okay. Yeah, this is straight up the beginning of Destiny 1. That's
We aren't safe here. I have to get you to the
sure? I'm kind of surprised they did this.
Alright.
I'm still with you. We need to move. Fast.
I'm trying. I can't. You're not letting me. Okay.
Yep, that's the Cosmodrome, all right.
This place is an old Cosmodrome, a Russian spaceport. It's quarantined now.
The sensitivity
It's
is.
quite dangerous, but our only way forward is through that wall. I need to get you back to the city. To do that, we'll need a ship. But first, I need to find you a weapon. Let's keep moving. Careful. They're all around us.
You know what? It makes 100% sense that they did this. Like,
I'll get us.
I'm trying to think, has there ever been a video game that's done this?
not that I can think of, but like I had to stop thinking about Destiny as a product that they sell and just think of it as a free-to-play product. I think you may have jumped the gun.
Happy to see us.
There we go.
There's a rifle. Grab it.
Oh, that's new. That I think that little flying energy ball is new. Like it completely makes sense that they would do this because now they're going to have a massive influx of people who have never played any Destiny before
Totally.
and need to know what this game is and how it works.
Ready for a fight.
Like, hey, I'm finally on PC. We can finally play together. You said you were going to get Destiny when it came to PC.
Not just that, but like free to play is just going to bring in so many more people.
Yeah, and now it's like, yeah, download it, try it out, see what the fuss is all about. And if you like it, buy the expansions.
And it's like, it's a lot of content.
There's trouble.
It really is.
Like, it's the entirety of the base game and the first 2 expansions. Like, that's just by number of hours, that is a shitload of content.
It kept my controls.
So I imagine that they'll probably get a bunch of people just dipping into this to see. I wonder how you did it. Say how to do an execution?
Alien pirates.
No, hey, how?
Humanity's remains.
I don't know on mouse and keyboard, actually. Maybe they'll tell you.
There's a loot cache.
Does this work on the fly? Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Great. How do I do it on the pad?
Click right stick when you're close.
Oh, that was just a normal melee. Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't know how to do an execution.
It's cool to see all this old Destiny 1 content in this nice high-res format.
Yeah, high res, great frame rate.
Nice frame rate. Yeah, the little ball over their head means you can do an execution. I wonder if maybe they just don't let you yet.
Do you think
You're clicking right stick?
Yeah.
Huh, weird. Unless you remapped your controls?
I remapped melee.
Oh, okay, that is... You're doing a regular melee. Maybe it's right bumper now?
Please don't kill me. Heavy attack?
No, it would be execution.
Fire melee.
Don't worry about it, you're gonna die. We'll find it. We'll figure it out. It's gotta be one of those. Whatever is not grenade, I would say.
Alright, yeah. I'll press a bunch of buttons here when I can. Do you think this means there's any chance that they just straight up add a bunch of Destiny 1 stuff?
There it is.
Okay, cool.
I mean, the moon kind of is that,
True.
but like adapted for trust me, I have harangued Luke Smith every chance I have gotten in the last year or so about how much I would love all of the planets from the first game to come back into this one. It sounds like straight up install size is a big roadblock, because this game is almost 100 gig now as it is. And there's still this, the Cosmodrome, there's Venus, there's a different part of Mars, and what else? Oh, and the Dreadnought. And the Rise of Iron Shit. Yeah, that's it's like almost an entire second game of assets that would have to be put into this install to actually do that. I bet they'll sort of just pick and choose where it makes sense. I bet that,
Pushing forward.
they'll do stuff like this, little one-off missions where it fits into the story.
Right.
This is so crazy, dude.
Heads up. A fallen raiding party. They're in more trouble than I thought.
Like, remembering walking out into this courtyard for the first time and fighting this spider tank is like practically like PS4 is a new console territory, if that tells you anything.
Wow, yeah.
Like this was like less than a year after the PS4 came out that this beta started, and then this game came out. Like, this just feels like ancient history at this point. I shoot it in the weak point, the glowing.
Love seeing those big numbers right out the gate.
F that thing up.
Keep fighting. I'm scanning for nearby ships.
I'm fighting, bro. Ah! That didn't work. Oh, Destiny's good. Where'd the other guy go? I'm out of ammo. What do the orbs do?
They charge your super.
Great.
Oh, right.
Focus on the fallen.
I'll get that Scorch Cannon. When you shoot this, keep the button held down. And just keep holding it. Keep holding it.
I'm holding.
Keep holding.
I'm holding.
All right, now go.
Oh,
It's a 5-digit number.
Yeah.
Now do it on there.
Yeah. Will it stay on if you just sit?
Do it now. Oh. You can just dump with a Scorch Cannon. Most people just do that. But it does so much damage when you let it charge all the way up.
Oh, yeah.
Hold down B. Oh, do you not have class ability yet? Oh wait, what class are you?
Hunter.
Oh, you're Hunter. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just figured we've shown off the other two.
Yeah. Oh, somebody dropped a. Get in that thing.
Oh, that's the heal thing, right? Yeah. Or is it
That
damage?
gives you more damage.
Yeah, this is the damage one. I almost exclusively use the heal one, but there are some points where that damage one is just so clutch.
All right, I've got a signal from an old jump ship. Let's track it down.
Later.
Yeah, you're almost to the end of this mission. I just really want to see how they frame it coming out of here.
Guardian, we have to go. When we get to the city, you'll start to understand why I brought you back. The people, the promise of a brighter future, and the Traveler. Wait till you see it.
I've seen it.
Oh, you gotta get that loot. You're probably not gonna keep this character, right?
No.
Here we go. Let's take that ship.
Oh, you can't sprint. while reloading. It's always funny going back to a shooter and trying to remember like all the things you can or can't do that are just universal shooter things.
Like, what is the rule book of this particular shooter?
Yeah, like after playing Remnant, where you can kind of reload before doing anything.
I mean, that feels like cheating in that game.
It does.
Like, you can straight up roll in the middle of a reload and still get the ammo.
There's definitely sometimes where you absolutely
Let's take a
have
look at your
to.
new ship.
But I'm not like also playing Apex and just trying to keep them all straight.
It's been here a while.
Yeah, it's weird because he's talking all excited about taking you to the city, but like the city has been destroyed since this happened. You know?
Yeah.
Like, this is the beginning of Destiny 1 where the city is fine and then it gets totally just like fucked up in Destiny 2.
Right, and the Traveler's asleep.
Yeah, so I'm really curious what this looks like.
The Star Wars scroll that just says, shit got fucked up.
I never knew you in life. Your first life, anyway. You died on a battlefield long before my time. Something special brought us together. They called it the Traveler. And when it arrived, it changed your world forever.
I think this was at the start of Destiny 2.
I think you're right.
And for
Because like this was my onboarding for what the hell is Destiny.
Yeah.
Until it
Did I try skipping this?
I think you're right. Let it go.
Okay.
It's not.
An ancient enemy pursued the Traveler.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Okay, I forgot that is in Destiny 2 proper.
Humanity faced extinction.
The only thing that can defeat an orb, a pyramid.
But the Traveler made a choice. Its sacrifice destroyed its ancient enemy and brought life to the ghosts. I am a ghost. More important,
I was Nolan North.
And you are one of the Traveler's chosen.
Now I sound a little more whimsical.
You are a guardian. This is your destiny.
2.
Yeah, I'm sort of just trying to see this through the eyes of somebody who has never played a Destiny before. Okay, so I assume they would just drop you in the Destiny 2 version of the tower, right?
The last survivors of humanity's collapse call the city home.
Oh, that little town?
Oh,
This is why I
but-
brought you back.
oh, this is the beginning of Destiny 2,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Reclaim our lost world.
I think that's right.
We're
Like, you know, the hub world was that little like town where you could play soccer and
the last city.
Well, you go here first because this is
home.
right. This is where
Is this where the city
what's his
gets-
name shows up.
yeah. So I'm curious to see if they kept that. Or maybe they don't railroad you into that because,
Yeah, maybe you have to play a little bit of the campaign.
yeah, or my understanding was I think the Red War, which is the Destiny 2 campaign, was siloed off as a storyline just like everything else. I could be wrong about that. It's weird, this is the second time they've done this now where they put out a game and then ended up kind of restructuring and rebuilding the entire thing halfway through.
Right.
Because they did the same thing with the first game. Like, I just find it fascinating from a design perspective to have all this content and have to reshuffle it.
It's really cool. They really take some big risks with
Yeah.
this game that for a game this size you don't usually see.
And you can definitely see where it gets unwieldy and a little sloppy in places because it's kind of hard to make all those
Like
pieces.
hacked together a little. Yeah.
Totally. No, they're playing happy music.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does this when it's like having a hard time connecting or something. There you
Oh,
go.
hey, I'm in
here
the
we
tower.
go. So what? Oh shit, I'm going to
sorry.
read that. So hold the back button or go to quests.
Huh.
Okay, that guy's right near you if you just want to go talk to him and see where he sends you.
Yeah, is it
We don't have to do a ton of this, but I'm just kind of,
this guy, right?
yeah, it's right, yeah, that icon over there.
Me first.
Shooting out there.
Take it.
Keep your eyes open.
Okay. Oops.
He's just to your right.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just cross that bridge. You're probably gonna get to meet Shax in a second. Oh, I wonder if they wrote new Shax dialogue.
Oh, I hope so. Hello.
Welcome to the tower, Guardian. Beautiful view, isn't it?
Not bad. Wait, is that new?
That stuff down there?
Yeah.
No, that's always been here.
This was in space before, in like the clouds. Am I tripping?
Kinda.
Okay, I don't remember that. And I fell off this edge doing the like light foot thing plenty of
Yeah,
times.
that'll happen.
Where am I going?
Hold back to get to your quest. Then just over one. Wait, where's
Cora.
the? Okay,
Who's that?
she's straight ahead.
This one?
No, the other way to your left.
Where?
That way. Back.
Whee!
Now left. Just straight through here.
Oh yeah, I see the markers now. Yeah, maybe they do the thing where they just introduce you to everyone in the tower and then you kind of go from there.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I mean, if we don't get there in 5 or 10 minutes, we can bail out, but I'm really curious if you get to a point where it's just like, okay, here's the Destiny 2 campaign, here's the Warmind campaign,
I hear you survived.
here's the Shadowkeep campaign, like just do what you want.
Tough place.
Didn't they completely change up
Strike with precision.
like what is not clans, but like you would join a faction.
That's just been a seasonal event. That's not a permanent thing.
My hidden are
What do they call it? Faction rally or something like that?
Looks like I've unlocked Earth.
Okay, mouse,
now.
go back and
main
go,
quest, hit 770, and then visit the EDZ.
Go to the EDZ.
Okay.
Weird.
Destination.
What is that quest? Let's just go meet. This is
I think
so.
this is the start of the Red Guard. No, what's it called? The campaign. The 2 campaign.
Sorry, mouse over it again. Don't go there yet. Actually, go ahead. Yeah, let's go check it out. Yeah, because you don't meet this dude until after Gaul has shown up and
Yeah.
totally fucked the city. And
Which is also weird because like that's before the tower exists and
right, like the city has been destroyed and you're on the run,
yeah.
like trying to piece the survivors back together. Yeah, I wonder if they like wrote new dialogue for this dude. Like maybe you just sort of meet this guy and do some quests for him, and then he shows back up later. If
Welcome to Earth.
yeah, this is just what a weird exercise in like reauthoring a bunch of content that you already made and released to the world.
Right.
He is, yeah.
No, I'm trying to do it out of memory. You go
Ramps.
this
There it
way. I knew it was around up corner.
Because yeah, you're 750. Like you're the same level I was when I started Shadowkeep, so you can do that stuff.
Speak your mind.
Huh. Okay. And then what's his?
Yeah, it takes a while to remember where everything is here. So what is
Yeah,
main?
so now I can just straight up like go to.
Oh wow.
Titan.
Oh okay, yeah. So they gate planets by experience points.
Yeah.
What is New Light? Is that the one that's get to 770?
Yeah, and then this is
Dreadful.
yeah, Dark Strikes.
Huh.
Should write a
All right. Well, now you just grind Earth activities until you
Yeah.
can go
Huh.
to Titan. So I guess we won't see where this goes from here. But I'm fascinated. I'm gonna have to get on YouTube and just see like how they roll out that main Destiny 2 content and how you get into Warmind and just like, you know, if you paid for Shadowkeep, how do you get to that? On a new
Yeah.
character? Like when do you get to that?
Maybe you have to. Maybe that's no, because I was gonna say maybe you have to hit 770, but it's gated at 750. and
Right, like
stuff.
those enemies in that first mission were 760. Like it's doable.
Hey, Destiny's fun.
Yeah, it's still pretty fun. seems like it's in the best place it's been in quite some time. I hope that the future seems bright for this series. I hope that it goes in a positive direction for them.
Yeah, you know, they had a lot on the line with this release, and so it's really in their best interest to kind of make it a big deal to like come back to Destiny. And I think so far from what I've seen, like I've been happy with my decision to reinstall.
Yeah, this new stuff seems good. I'm looking forward to getting deeper into it. I don't think anybody much has finished that new campaign yet with the server issues last night and stuff, but super interested to see what kind of mysteries are lurking at the end of that thing.
Oh, totally.
But yeah, like it's kind of an interesting time to relaunch this thing because like presumably we will have new consoles in a year. And then the question arises, like, do they just sort of bring all this over to a PlayStation 5?
Right.
What is that called?
Destiny 2.5.
Like, what is that? If it were me, and it certainly is not, I would just call it Destiny.
Oh, I like that, Brad.
But we'll see. Anyway, I'll keep digging into the Shadowkeep campaign. We'll talk about it on the podcast next week and stuff like that.
And you know, this might not be the last time you see some Destiny footage from us.
I guess it depends on like how deep people in the office get into it and stuff. I can't promise that we'll do an entire raid again or anything.
Right. But there's at least some more interest around seeing what else is going on in Destiny 2.
Definitely around the office, and also just like people I know, like there's definitely a resurgence of interest in this game for sure. So yeah, we'll see how this new content shapes up and perhaps explore some more of it.